That can probably be sanded out. Now this, on the other hand, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to work on the F100 a little bit. It's a 1983 model. I got an hour or so of free time, so I thought I would just try to work on this truck. So let's take a look and see what I've got done so far. Okay, yesterday I got the truck out a little bit and I tried to high pressure wash the frame and stuff. You can still see a little bit of debris from the mud and stuff that I washed out under the bed and everything. And I can show you underneath. It's showing us a little bit of surface rust, and the frame inside has got a little bit of surface rust. So I'm trying to catch it before it gets too bad. But I was really surprised about these cross brace that goes under the bed. How they're not rusted out and stuff. Pressure washed those as well, and it turned out pretty good. And you can see down through here and like underneath, and this is the floor boards and stuff, and there's the frame. So I think I got the truck, early enough to where I can start reviving some of that frame. I don't think it's bad. It's just a little bit of surface rust. I also cleaned out this bed and pressure washed in here. There was a lot of trash and leaves and stuff back through here. So it come out pretty good, but I did notice that I did have a couple of little bitty rust holes right here. And I got up under there, and that is the only place that it's got rust is in 2 or 3 little spots. It's not like rusted up in here. It's actually bare paint under here. Looks really good for some reason. Just these 2 or 3 little spots. So I'm going to get some metal and cut these out and tack some metal in at some point. That's not at the top of my list. And up here in the engine bay, I went ahead and cut the tubing that ran over to the carburetor, and I added a filter and a short hose, and I cut it here. And that way, if I ever need to remove the valve cover, which I may do sometime in the near future because I'm getting an oil leak. I'm dripping oil into the carport, so it could be a rear main seal. But you can see, well, I don't know if you can see, but on top of the transmission housing there's oil, so I'm hoping it's just a valve cover. So I may put a new valve cover gasket on it, and you can see the fuel's real clean. And I got some barium B12 from Advance, and put it into the fuel tank to hopefully clean up the valves a little bit. It's been running very good for the most part. It still has a minor hesitation to it occasionally. It's intermittent. It's hit or miss. I still can't find my timing light. I need to buy one, but I did adjust the timing a little bit, advanced it some, and took some hesitation out of it. I think we're really close in time, but I still would like to put a light on it and really fine tune it. But it is running a lot better with the adjustment that I made. So today, what I would like to do is start looking at this interior. I noticed that there's some like trash down in here and stuff, so I'd like to remove the seat. And you can see I've got all kinds of tools and different things in here. I'd like to remove the seat, and I'd like to get this rubber mat out and just run the bare floors just for a little while until I start getting the seat together. The dash, I got another lower dash. This one has a minor crack in it over here above the glove box. I don't know if that's catching on camera. And I took the top pad off because I couldn't look at it anymore. It was all busted all to pieces and it looked awful. I'm going to try to get to a junkyard here in the next week or so and see if I can find some, maybe a decent pad, maybe some decent door panels or even doors. That's another thing I noticed on the passenger side. I opened the door up as I was cleaning because I wanted to clean these rockers, and I noticed a rust hole here in the bottom of the door and I notice all kinds of rust down through here. Right there's some, and right there's some. So I would like to try to find me some doors. Plus, these need to be pretty much rebuilt all the way. Like you can see, this window is just, it don't have no track. Somebody took the tracks out of it. So these doors are pretty rough. So let me get all of these tools out, and that's a thermostat I need to put in when I get a chance. I might do that and a valve cover gasket at the same time. And so I need to get this seat out. I need to get this kick panel off. I've already got that one off, and that vent underneath there. So they got these slides. Oh, sorry. They've got these slides in them like this. And that one on the driver's side was like completely packed full of like leaves and stuff. I bet you I pulled like 2 or 3 gallons of stuff, leaves and different debris out of that. So we're going to get the kick panel off, get the seal plates off, and going to start pulling up this rubber mat. And I'd really like to evaluate these floors and look at them. And I may even get my pressure washer in here and just try to clean these floors up. And then I may end up trying to buy paint and sand these floors and repaint them inside. So let's get to it. So that was pretty easy. Looks like the seat was loose. I just pulled the 2 seatbelt bolts. That way I could leave these seat belts in, and pulled 2 back bolts and 2 front bolts. And you can use this slide handle to slide the seat back and forth to get to those bolts. All right, let's try to get this seat out. I've got it collapsed. We're just gonna try to pull up the front. Try to slide it out. Well, the seat's out, and there's a lot of lottery tickets. I'm assuming we have no winners, but there's a bunch of hose clamps that probably be able to use. What is that? It's a quarter. I don't know if I've seen one like that before. There's another quarter. Got a little wires. It's got some tie-ins. Hopefully that wasn't hooked up to anything. Another hose clamp. So we got several hose clamps. Let me just throw those in the bed for now. All right, this is another switch. Looks like a headlight switch or a wiper switch. And a pharmacy card. And another, looks like that's a newer type switch out of a newer truck, maybe a 90s. So, not a whole lot of trash. I did notice there's an open hole back here in this corner. So, now we can get this kick panel off and this seal plate and see if we can't jerk up this rubber mat. But this is the door seal plate, and this one looks like it could probably be cleaned up and pretty good shape. I'll probably hold on to that one. So now we're going to remove this kick panel. That looks like it's already ready to remove. So there's that. Then it looks like I got a speaker wire ran to the speaker over here to the door. I don't much care for that wire, so I'm gonna jerk it out of there. Now I can leave this one in there for now, but I probably need to try to pull it. So this is the slider here, and you've got a screw here, and a screw there, and a screw over here. Okay, let's start pulling this up and see what we got. So this is the driver's side. It's just a little bit of dirt. There's a plug down in there. I'm gonna pull that plug before I pressure wash this. And so far, what I can see, don't look too bad down in there. But then you get right in here, and I found what I was afraid of. A little bit of rust. I don't know how bad this is going to be until I get all of it cleaned up, but it looks like it's just this corner, you know, probably going to be about a 6 or so, well, about a 1 foot section here, about up in here to about right in here somewhere. If the rest of this cleans up, I mean, ain't really no rust, but it did look a lot of trash like right in here. So I figured there was going to be some rust under here, but it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. You can see up in here that it's starting to rust a little, but it's still intact. I think that will clean up, and then put some sealer and primer on it and some rust restore. And hopefully behind this insulator that it's good. I think it is, so I don't really gonna pull that, not right now anyway, but I do plan on pulling this dash too, but not today. So let's work on getting all this vacuumed up and pressure wash it, and let's reevaluate once that's done. This is the passenger side. Down in here, it looks really good for the most part. It blew off some of the paint in the floor, but overall it looks pretty good. And then back here in this corner, that looks pretty good as well. We can clean up some more, and over here looks really good. So let's go look at the driver's side. I also sprayed this. It's probably going to dry and look dirty, but I might be able to save this and reuse it. I'm probably going to get a new one, to be honest, but I might put that in there later on just for a little while until I'm ready to get the whole seat done and everything. Now this side, I'm going to have to dig into this side a little bit more. We'll have to get this wire out. These screws are rusted. I'm hoping I can get them out without them breaking. This is just a little bit of paint chipping, but I don't think it's that bad. That can probably be sanded out. Now this, on the other hand, is going to be pretty bad. I'm going to have to hopefully I can cut it and maybe weld it down here in this bottom corner seam. Just get a piece that folds down and cut it flat, and just weld that corner down through there. And I'm probably going to have to go up here. This is starting to flake, so I think when I start grinding this, you're probably going to see a hole right here somewhere maybe. It's bubbling right through there too. Probably going to have to weld it and then get some seam sealer. And up here, I think that will be okay. I think that will sand out for the most part and be treated. I'd like to make it look good, even though you ain't gonna see this once you get new carpet and stuff in, because I probably will go to carpet. I want this truck to be pretty nice. I'm gonna have to order some driver's side floor pan. Hopefully I can find just maybe the front section here, and that way I can only have to cut what I need. And then we can start sanding everything, and then I'm gonna prime it. And leave me a comment. This is what I have in mind. I want to paint the truck a different color completely. So what I'm thinking about doing, since I'm going with black interior, I'm thinking about like the A-pillars and the roof, painting the whole inside black, and then stopping my black right here on this lip, and then start here with the color that I choose on the truck. And then that way I can just trim the door jamb, and everything from this molding in will all be black. The whole interior, roof and all, door panels, dash, carpet, seat, which I may throw some other colors in there, maybe like a charcoal gray or something to break it up so it ain't like solid black. But that's kind of what I got in mind. Let me know what you think about that, or if I should have this painted all inside, all the metal, the same color as I choose to paint the outside of the truck, because I've not made up my mind what color. Got like 10 colors I've been juggling, and I'm still looking, and every time I see another color I like, I end up being like, well, I don't know, maybe this color. So it's really hard, because I want this to be a pretty nice truck when I'm done. All right, guys, that's going to be it on this video. Shut the doors, roll down the windows, let it air dry, and then try to find some floor pans, order them offline, wait for them to get here, and then hopefully go buy me a MIG welder, and then we can start getting these floors patched and start moving forward on this thing. I appreciate you watching. Leave me a comment if you've got any input on colors or anything like that. I'd love to hear it. But I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.